From flip-over icebergs and ghost clouds, to lakes burning for decades, and fish falling from the sky. Today, we have collected for you the most incredible and mysterious footage from all over the world. This is not fantasy. This is our planet, captured on camera in moments that shock, amaze, and defy logic. Someone catches snakes, and this Indian man gives them freedom. A real superhero in the animal world. One question: why does he do this? Does anyone know? Number 9. After the strongest earthquake in Mexico, the river overflowed its banks. It's good that the residents were ready for this and had small homemade boats at hand.
Oh my gosh! This is a bad idea to be on this boat!
When I said the world is going crazy, I wasn't lying. Just look. Predator and prey have switched places. It would be interesting to know how this shocking video ended. A slowly moving sphere gliding along the ground and absorbing electricity. This is ball lightning, a dangerous, poorly studied, but very beautiful phenomenon. Nights without fear and reproach. And seriously, these drivers are real heroes. They not only returned the snakes to their natural habitat, but also saved about a dozen motorists from a possible venomous bite. In Canada, a river turned bright green. It doesn't look like an algal bloom. The cause is still unknown. Would you risk swimming in it? Number 9. The river dried up, but the fish remained. Poor creatures, huddling in a school, they literally roll along the ground to find at least some body of water. Quiet, 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 I said. Don't scare it. A mantis is trying on its new dress. Why can't you make noise? What if it's a boy? You didn't think about that, did you? Nothing unusual. This is just what clouds look like in one of the deserts of Yemen, located at a height of 2,300 meters above sea level. This is not video editing. The footage was shot in one of the American cities during a thunderstorm. These are mammatus clouds, and seeing them in densely populated megacities is a big stroke of luck. You're boating along and see a huge funnel in the middle of the lake. How it appeared there without a current is unclear. But it looks creepy, agree? Lightning has an interesting property of splitting, a beautiful spectacle that, unfortunately, occurs extremely rarely. Onlookers filmed what clouds look like before a tornado. They have an amazing shape that looks very futuristic against the sunset. If you thought that icebergs in the sea stand still, you are deeply mistaken. They are subject to the influence of nature, and especially the sun. So, it's not surprising that icy giants can suddenly flip over at one moment, frightening a crowd of onlookers watching this from a ship. When a motorboat passes along the Amazon, it really irritates the local inhabitants. Fish are especially sensitive to the sound of the engine, and they jump out to take a look at those who dared to disturb their peace. A strange phenomenon from China. Stones, apparently, sprout right out of the ground. Scientists believe that the cause is heavy rains, which helped push stones to the surface right in the middle of a city highway. When a strong earthquake happens, objects do not always fall from their places. When a house deforms, the floor can simply burst. which is exactly what happens in this creepy video. And this volcano decided to surprise not only the internet audience, but also experts. Pink ash, have you ever seen that? Nummer 9, a crying tree. Fiction? No, true. It is located in Montenegro, and every time it rains, water pours out of it like tears of an elegant girl. In Thailand, a man caught the most amazing fish. In the sun, it shimmers with all the colors of the rainbow. It feels like it's not even from our planet. A snake that eats itself is a very bad sign. Usually this happens due to severe stress that this animal may be experiencing. We are used to water falling on us from the sky when it rains, but fish? This snake crawls as if it was specially programmed by a human, gracefully, beautifully, without stopping. In winter, the deepest lake in the world, Baikal, freezes, after which the wind drives tons of snow across its crystal clear ice. It looks simply phenomenal, and judging by the footage, very cold. Footage from Peru that raises only questions. What is happening here? Why are there so many sea lions in this place? What are people doing there? Unclear. Dolphins are among the smartest animals on our planet. No wonder that after the swim, he returned the boy back safe and sound. I feel so sorry for this guy. In Brazil, a mudslide came down from the mountains, after which his house was destroyed within a couple of seconds. The walls survived, however, it is impossible to imagine what remained inside. In tropical jungles, because of high humidity, clouds behave quite differently. They literally spread along the mountaintops, forming an enchanting wall of steam that hovers over the evergreen forest. Deadly beauty. That is exactly how this volcanic eruption can be described, which was accompanied by flashes of lightning formed near the crater. I wish everyone would be as happy to see me as these fish in one of the zoos in China. Hearing speech, they jump out of the water, thus greeting visitors. We all know what a goldfish looks like. But what about real gold? I can imagine how happy the fishermen were when they pulled such a catch ashore. Thousands of caterpillars together cross the roadway in Colorado. I wonder how quickly they will do it. It's scary when a river suddenly becomes a bubbling substance. This is exactly how a special type of geyser forms in nature, breaking through from underground despite external obstacles.
I don't know if you can see it, but if you look right across...
Admit it, who did this in childhood? Beautiful, but very dangerous, especially when there are no firefighters nearby. I bet you have never played on stones. By the way, each of them has its own special sound. Want to check? I can't determine what this strange phenomenon is. Maybe you can? Share your opinion in the comments and we move on. Nummer 1. Mushroom-shaped clouds can only be found in Argentina. This is facilitated by the unique climate and almost windless weather in the Quebrada Valley where they form. A meteor shower of birds. How do you like that, Elon Musk? Alien head. That is exactly what fisherman Roman Fedorov wrote in his post, who caught this in his nets. It doesn't look much like a fish, agree? A tree is burning from the inside. How can that be? Very simple. It has long since dried out inside. But where the fire came from, there's a mystery.
That sounds like
In childhood, we all watched cartoons about the king of shamans. But what about the king of fish? This Indian guy just went into the water, after which all the fish themselves began to go ashore. Mysticism. This tree is real, although it looks as if it escaped from a computer game. A mud volcano that erupted in Azerbaijan is one of the largest and most active in the world. On average, several large eruptions occur every year. Many of the volcanoes can lead to large-scale fires due to emissions of combustible gases. In strange footage from a hospital in Argentina, you can see how soapy water swirls and moves by itself. No wind, no hands, no explanations. This is what happens when a flood inundates hilly terrain. After a strong tornado during a storm, a unique mixture can form in the water, which is thrown onto the shore in the form of dense beige foam. It can lie on land for several days. It is not afraid of wind or sun. This is what a whale shark looks like, the largest of its kind. Its length is about 12 meters, and its weight exceeds 20 tons. Yellowstone National Park is home to many natural masterpieces, but none of them stands out as much as Grand Prismatic. This is a huge hot spring shimmering with surreal rainbow colors. Thanks to the luminescent plankton that lives in this bay, you can shoot such futuristic videos. It's hard to believe that this is not editing and everything is happening for real. When there is drought in the world, water can be taken from trees. Few people know that they consist of 40% water. Inside the tree is an entire system of vessels and capillaries that help it feed. Truth or editing? This Chinese girl stayed in this position for as long as 20 seconds. What is her secret? Does anyone know? I got goosebumps when I watched this video. In India, a land area suddenly rose above the water by more than 1 meter, astonishing spectators. Do you know what this phenomenon is? I don't. Exactly 40 years. That is how long this lake, located in the center of Turkmenistan, has been burning. In Iran, after a strong earthquake, some strange substance began to come out of the ground. It looks like concrete or liquid asphalt. Judging by the comments, it is very hot, so it's better to stay away. When rain falls like a wall, it is incredibly beautiful. It literally moves toward you, creating an absolutely clear line. Oh, a beautiful cowboy boot. Wait. No, I'll probably put it on next time. In Brazil, deep in the tropical forest, a mysterious tree was discovered. It apparently emits fire right from its trunk. It looks like some gas is coming out inside, creating a continuous blue flame. A strange flood occurred. In the desert, somewhere a dam burst, and while the water flowed over the ground, it mixed with mud, as a result of which such an unusual effect appeared. Yes, this is oil that is simply flowing out of the ground in the middle of the most ordinary field. Someone will become very rich. And here I want to ask you, what is this? Personally, I don't understand how there can be such a reaction between two seemingly ordinary stones. I would be grateful if you explain. It seems like a fun video and the shots turn out cool, but the water is burning, and that means there are toxic flammable substances in it, gasoline or fuel oil. Draw your own conclusions. Am I the only one who is scared by this place? It looks like a portal to an underwater world where different fairy tale creatures live. For example, a water spirit. A minute ago, the sun was shining on this beach. People were swimming in the river. But a minute later, a strong wind rose, and icy hail began to pour from the sky. What can I say? Changeable Siberian weather. A group of brave fishermen saved 5 belugas washed ashore near the Russian coast. They continuously poured water over the whales and cared for them for several hours, helping them survive until the tide returned. Let's give these men a like for their unreal cool deed. The authorities of the state of Kentucky allowed the use of electric current for catching carp. Not too humane, but judging by this footage, quite effective. I don't know what this is, but probably this is what cauldrons with sinners look like in hell. Very impressive. There is a saying, water wears away stone, and this video is perfect for illustrating it. This fire in the mountain is the burning of an underground coal seam. Regardless of whether it started due to human fault or natural causes, such fires can continue for decades until the fuel source is exhausted. Filming a tornado while standing next to it is a dubious pleasure. On the one hand, beautiful. On the other, a huge danger of being carried away by the wind, like Ellie from the Tale of the Emerald City. For those who don't know, this is what the eye of the storm looks like. Massive clouds layer on top of each other, then swirl, creating a breathtaking and at the same time, creepy picture. A strange flood occurred in the desert. Somewhere a dam burst, and while the water flowed over the ground, it mixed with mud, creating such an unusual effect. What beauty! A rare phenomenon. Sun candles. They appear when the sun's rays are refracted by ice crystals in the air, forming almost perfect light columns. In ancient times, cracks in the earth were considered a sign of the approaching end of the world. Today we know that this is not so, but it still looks alarming. Perhaps this is some kind of message in the sky. It seems someone wanted to tell us something. Even sea inhabitants sometimes need sun baths. Red clouds over Spain look truly ominous, as if the devil's ball from The Master and Margarita is about to begin. It's a pity for the car. In India, it was literally sucked into a sinkhole in seconds. An amazing country. Surprises every day. That very case when there are more questions than answers. The Loch Ness Monster exists. At least, otherwise I can't explain this video. In the Great Smoky Mountains, you can see the rarest miracle. Thousands of fireflies light up in perfect unison, like flying garlands shimmering in the thick night. It's okay. These are just square waves, an ordinary natural phenomenon. Once every few years, during the most severe thunderstorms, so-called super lightnings appear in the sky. One such flash is capable of leaving an entire megacity without electricity. New York, Tokyo. It's good that they occur extremely rarely and at a huge altitude. I understand that I've already tired you with my clouds. These are the last ones, honestly. You have definitely never seen such beauty. What would a rainbow look like combined with lightning? A very impressive and rare spectacle. Two oceans, two elements, and one incredible video. These two waters never mix. It's all about different density, temperature, and chemical composition. Millions of golden jellyfish swim together, plunging us into their magical underwater world. That's how it is in life. You work and work, and someone is constantly watching you and interfering with doing your job. These birds will definitely be the most noticeable at the party. Just look what cool boots they have on their legs. A magical moment. Bioluminescent plants that glow in the dark. Wonderful work by German directors. Underwater waves. Yes, those exist too. It looks like a frame from a computer game, but this is absolute reality. You can almost reach the rainbow with your hands. You just have to want to, or climb high enough into the mountains. A fisherman from the coastal zone of Florida captured an amazing moment. Clouds resembling flying saucers hovered over the sea. In fact, these are so-called fall streak holes, or hole punch clouds, rare atmospheric phenomena when gaps form in a cloud layer. That rare case when speed really matters. A huge wave is coming behind you. Hurry up. And finally, a fish that can walk. Write in the comments which strange video you remember the most. Subscribe to the Top Facts channel and right now watch our previous incredible episodes.